The Black Lives Matter series is an opportunity for our campus community to explore what it truly means when we say Black Lives Matter, the depth of that phrase beyond hearing it in a protest or hearing it in the midst of a conversation. As we all know, beginning in the summer of 2020, following the murder of George Floyd, we saw a resurgence of the Black Lives Matter movement. However, when the shouts died down and the voices all over the world grew a little bit quieter, Black lives mattered even in the lives of Black and brown people beyond those moments. It matters when we show up in a variety of different spaces. Black lives matter when we experience racism and discrimination in a host of different arenas. It matters when we show up and demonstrate our excellence despite the systemic barriers that we have to break through. And so this series, throughout the course of this semester, has given us an opportunity to look at all the different components of our Blackness that matters, from Black innocence to Black health to Black mental health, and today, Black culture. When I think of the phrase Black Lives Matter, while I can think of so many, the first thing that often comes to mind is Black excellence matter.
Black safety.
The Black community matters.
Black stories.
Black empowerment matters.
Black resilience.
Black legacies.
Black emotions.
Black hair.
Black family matters.
Black hope.
Black lives matter. Well, when I think about what it means when we say Black Lives Matter, I say Black lives matter because that's just it. Black culture, Black health, Black physical health, Black music, Black knowledge, Black power, all of it matters, and that's Black lives.
So when I think of Black Lives Matter, I think specifically about Black safety. And it is important that Black people are able to show up authentically in all spaces, in different arenas, as their most authentic self, and not be afraid of physical and psychological violence created against them.
When I say community, I raise my fist in the air and I bow my head in solidarity, but I say it for those who are disenfranchised in the Black community. 21 Black trans individuals were murdered in 2020. Braylon Stone, Malaysia Booker, Tony McDade, Dominique Fells, they flew under the radar because they were Black trans individuals. If you say Black Lives Matter, you cannot add a but at the end of your statement. That's just it's really gonna defeat your whole purpose of saying Black Lives Matter. And since it's an umbrella term, you have to stand in the shade of all under that umbrella.
Black stories matter to me because I see the way we are often portrayed in ways that are not real because we're not telling our own stories. There are other people behind the scenes who are writing our stories, directing our stories, producing our stories, and it's not us. And so I think that it's important within the context of media and film and television to make sure that Black stories are being told by Black people.
Black empowerment matters means, it makes me think back to my parents. All that they hoped and wished to accomplish and that they weren't able to. And they did the best that they could to provide and support my siblings and I to ensure that we were encouraged and empowered to do better and to be better than they were. And now as I sit here, having achieved a terminal degree, it shows that their support and their love really helped me and empowered me to do better and to do great things and to continue to do great things. You know, with my profession in higher education, I just hope that I can continue to empower those who come after me.
Black resilience to me is overcoming every obstacle put in your path. It's rising from the ashes no matter what.
Black legacies links us to our ancestors. It makes us think about all the things that have gone on before us. It makes us think about the contributions that have been made to the Black community in the last hundreds and hundreds of years. Legacies reminds us that we have to step back and think about ways in which people struggled and contributed to our quest for freedom and humanity. I think Black legacy suggests that over a period of time, everyone has a contribution that they can make to the forward moving of freedom for Black people. And when I think of legacies, I think of the many people who've gone before us, those whose name we frequently do not call, but we do remember them.
When I think of Black emotions and feelings, I think of what it means to have the freedom to express those emotions, right? I think it's important to not only be seen in one aspect or another to extremes, whether that be joy, or extreme anger. I know that we exist in all those spaces in between. And the privilege and freedom to have those emotions and manage them and understand what they are is vital. It's very important to be your whole self.
So when I hear Black Lives Matter, I think Black hair matters. There's a song called Don't Touch My Hair by Solange Knowles, and some lyrics from the song go, "They don't understand what it means to me, where we chose to go, where we've been to know." Some of us who choose to go natural, we do it for different reasons, myself included, and it took a lot of unlearning of negative thoughts, feelings, and behaviors that we've attached to our hair. I think that Black people, especially Black women, we feel very controlled by society about what our hair should look like, this type of style it should be, whether it should be straight, whether it should be pulled back. And I want to get rid of the notion or the idea of removing my natural hair, my curls from the equation just to replace it with a style that looks more palatable, feels more tolerable to other people.
So family is extremely important. It's what grounds us. It's, for the Black community, it's where we've learned many of our experiences. We've developed resilience, strategies. We've learned about success. We've learned about challenges and triumphs. We learn about our history, and family gives us a sense of purpose and a reason why we do what it is that we do in order to not only make major changes in our own lives and transform our own lives, but to transfer that experience to members of our family so that they can also experience the benefits of education and can help others in their circle.
Black excellence matter. Our students are excellent. Despite the barriers that they face, despite coming from homes that may lack the resources that they need to succeed, despite coming from families that may have never walked the halls of a college campus, despite their limited knowledge about what it takes to succeed, our Black and brown students emerge as excellent.
Well, when we talk about Black Lives Matter, and it's such an organic feeling with me, I'm thinking about my own family. I'm thinking about my own experiences growing up in Ohio and the family stories that were imparted to my brother and me, and also experiences that I had growing up and even today that make me believe Black Lives Matter, because we have an unquenchable, powerful hope within inside of us. So then as I come to conclusion, I think about Black Lives Matter today. That as we pass from generation to the present generation and to the generations that will come, Black Lives Matter, you know why? Because we don't give up. Black Lives Matter because we still have hope. Black Lives Matter that we don't believe the big lie. Black Lives Matter because we know our truth. Black Lives Matter because we have hope that we are, and we will continue to overcome. Why? Because Black Lives Matter.